Let us discuss the complex sentence. When we say complex sentence, complex when we say, you see, complex means difficult. Wherever it means the complexity is having much complexities, means difficulties. So complex means we may say more difficult than compound, more difficult we may say. So here when we say complex sentence, we should understand that means what are phrases and clauses, because complex sentence means what? A complex sentence is a sentence where there is one simple sentence and one more clause must be there. Clause must be there. Now you must be understand, means you must be thinking, what is a clause then? Clause then means a simple example I am giving. You see, very simple example. If you call me, I will come. You see here, I am making you understand what is a clause. Very important for complex understanding complex sentence. Clause and phrase is important. Phrase is not that much of important, but clause is a must. Clause means if you do not understand clause, you cannot understand that one. You see, clause. First of all, you understand what is a clause. Clause is, if you call me, I will come. You see here, when we are adding if you call me, if we are means if have been means used here. Suppose if is a you may say a connector, a linker. If you call me, do you think it's a complete sentence? Not at all. This is not a complete sentence. And I will come. I will come is a complete sentence. But if you call me is not a complete sentence. If you call me is not a complete sentence. I will come a complete sentence. Now you see this if you call me depends upon I will come. If I will come has not been used, there is no meaning of if you call me. If you call me, if you leave the sentence is meaningless. So, if you call me is the dependent clause of this. Dependent clause of I will come. So, this one is a dependent clause and this one is an independent clause. If we are, it does not what? Depend on the first clause. Rather, it supports it. It does not depend on, but this depends on this. So this one is a subordinate clause. Subordinate clause. And this one is a main clause or what? Independent clause. Keep it in mind. What is independent clause or main clause? And what is subordinate clause? Subordinate clause means what? One who depends. One who depends. So this type, you see, this one is a one sentence. This one is one sentence and consisting of one subordinate clause and one main clause. These type of sentences are called complex sentence. More things I am going to tell about this adverb clause, noun clause, adjective clause. These things I am going to tell within these clauses. Now let us see what are the phrases. What are phrases? Okay, you see here a group of words which make some sense but not complete sentence. Not complete sentence is called a phrase. A sense means a combination of words like in the evening. It's a phrase. It's a phrase. Okay, means in the morning. It's a phrase. Combination of three words. It's giving a meaning. So it's a phrase. So keep it in mind, a group of words which make some sense but not complete sense is called a phrase. Understood as I think. Like that, again you try to understand what is a clause. I have made you understand. Still, clause is a group of words which has a subject and a predicate and is a part of longer sentence is called a sentence clause. You see, here you is the subject, call me is the predicate, I is the subject, will come is the predicate. So you see here one subject and one predicate is a must. And after that what happened is that part of a longer sentence. This is a complete longer sentence. This one is a part of it. As I have told you, this one is a subordinate clause, and this one is a complete, means is an independent clause. So only for that only, the subordinate clause depends upon this main clause. Keep it in mind. Main clause is written as MC, main clause, or principal clause, PC, and this one is called SC, subordinate clause, and this one is MC or PC, principal clause or main clause, and this one is dependent clause or subordinate clause. Keep it in mind. This will be helpful. And means I must have told you during what? During the teaching of conditionals. Now let us see in various ways how clause are used. So now means I think you could you have understood what is a complex sentence. Simple sentence, one subject, one predicate will be there. Compound sentence, two simple sentences are connected, or two or more simple sentences if connected with a means what? Connected with a I may say linker. That one is called a compound sentence. Complex sentence, you know, as I said, it is a difficult one, which a simple sentence is there, and along with that one what? Independent clause is there. A clause is entangled there in that sentence. Then only a complex sentence will be there. Means one will be a subordinate clause, the other one will be a the main clause. Then only that one will be a what? Complex sentence. I think you have understood it.